and it caused me to go behind it and not phase out, not Jensen's.
Alright, we got 15 minutes, Jens.
Even after Balefire's death,
15 minutes.
They're still putting up heavy resistance. We've managed to hold the forward chamber.
Start the LFG.
Hey guys, VG Sav here, and this is Citadel Flame Path 2.
So I can get the pool. At least wait until another person gets in here before we actually pick the path, though, or we're just gonna wipe on the beginning. Alright, nothing great, but nothing terrible.
Alright, so this path starts just like path 1.
I'm
where you talk to the NPC in the middle to activate the path selection, and for some reason I'm going to change my die here. And then we run up that ramp to this section right here where half the party's sitting and waiting.
Solid start.
You're going to stack right here, pull these 3 flamethrowers over, and cleave them down all at the same time. Watch their burning damage. Since the June patch, burning stacks intensity, not duration, so these guys are actually even more difficult now than they were back then. As you see, I went down here. It's a lot easier to go down now, but it's still overall not that hard of a fight, especially if all 5 of us were standing here. Unfortunately, the 2 LFT guys did not come and meet us, so I think we're wiping here.
If we would have had anybody up here, we would have.
Okay, so while I was respawning there and running back, the rest of the party was able to take down the last flamethrower there. And we're going to move on to the next part. We go through this door here. And we're going to go into this Devourer room and stack at a pillar. That pillar right there, they're straight ahead of me there. We're going to stack right here. Or at least I'm going to stack here. Eventually everybody else will figure it out. And you have to run, one of the party members has to run in that room just to make sure the NPC goes in there. You don't need the whole party to go in there, but the whole party went in there besides me. So you stack here, and right out in front of us a Devourer nest will spawn with a bunch of Devourers. You got to take them all out.
Ow.
Damn it, what am I getting? Oh, mutant monster down, that's what they're going to do. How the fuck?
Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm sick of these goddamn Devourers. Goddamn motherfucking cave.
This group has no DPS. None at all.
I could outrun a centaur.
Alright.
Yes, this party is severely lacking in DPS with 2 Mesmers, a Necro, and an underlevel Thief. So Charlie's actually going to switch out and get his warrior, his Phalanx warrior, to raise up a bunch of might and make this party overall more strong.
I know we have 2 thieves here,
this part here, this hill here, there's going to be a bunch of a bunch of Devourer mounds are going to spawn, Devourer nests, and we have to take down all the Devourer nests. There's going to be a bunch of Devourers as well. You don't actually have to take down the Devourers, but you have to take down their nests in order to proceed. You do have to watch out for the Devourers. The Devourers do have a lot of cripple and poison, so it does make this a little more difficult, a little slower.
I could outrun a centaur.
Alright, the Might has arrived. Low, but he'll be there.
So once you take out those Devourer nests, stack here, where I'm standing right now. What this does is it breaks aggro with whatever Devourers you didn't kill, which this Necro doesn't seem to know. He's still fighting all of the Devourers. It's really unnecessary at this point. You stack here, you break the aggro, and then you go. Somebody goes into the next room and aggroes the shaman that are in that room, the Flame Shaman, and brings them out here. We'll fight them and cleave them down right here. However, this Mesmer is going to go ahead and just do it without the rest of the party, so it's going to get a little sloppy. We'll get it done. Do watch again for the fire damage, especially since the patch, the fire does stack in intensity, so it does become a little more difficult than I'm making it look even now.
Up, fear them all around, you asshole. They were stacked.
Reporting the fight.
Oh, is there one more? My fault, my fault.
Need help here. Replenishing. All dead.
Anyway, so that wasn't much help there, but in fairness, this party isn't all that great either. One person has to go into that room where the shamans were to pull a chain, and which opens that door. Then we run into this room and stack behind this pillar. And we gotta fight this dude here.
I don't have a pool, mind you.
He is going to, at one point during the fight, call his giant Devourer. You do not have to worry about the Devourer, just worry about him. Once he's down, the battle is over and Devourer will despawn.
Hey, Devourer's
Stacks down if you have an ice bow 5. Oh, work skill.
It's beating the shit out of me.
Last stack is off. Whooping ass. Oh, cutscene ruined my rush.
So once that's done, we're basically going back from where we came from. We're just taking a little bit of a shortcut by jumping down these ledges here. And you see that door to the right just opened up. We're going to go through this door into the next part. In this room here, there are, I'm not exactly sure the amount, I would say it's 12, somewhere between 12 to 15 bombs that are those orange globy looking things there. When the NPC gets here, you talk to the NPC to activate it, and then you have like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that, to get all the bombs and bring them to the NPC. I highly recommend that you kind of coordinate a little bit and run to the furthest bombs first to and get them and bring them to the NPC. Yeah, you can actually hold off talking to the NPC, and which we kind of did here, so that some of the party members can get to the furthest bombs.
Hurry up.
Once you collect all the bombs, we'll move on to the next part. There's really not a whole lot I can tell you about it. You just kind of have to do it a couple times and get used to where all the bombs are, and you just got to be quick about it. Be as quick as you can. Don't die. You die, you're going to be a detriment.
Portal is really good.
No, there's actually, it actually is a smart place to put it because he has blink, so he can get 2 uses out of his portal doing that.
Yeah.
However, I didn't realize, like, I wanted the top middle one. By the time he got there, he took too long and somebody beat me to it.
Excelsior.
I know, I mean, I was gonna get there, but because he took so long on the portal.
Okay, so this part here is a little tricky. First things first, sometimes after that chest spawns, a flamethrower will show up. You want to kill that flamethrower. He doesn't always show up. He didn't show up in this situation, so we're not worried about it here. But you want to kill him, otherwise he'll start screwing with the NPC, and it makes it take longer than it has to. So you'll kill him. Come down here to this gear. and click on it. Bring the NPC down here. Does a little talking. Then we're going to run to a magma field. What makes this really, really, really easy to do is if everybody's together, you have a thief, you SR, all 5 people, and all 5 of you run across the magma field to the other side. There are other ways that people like to do it. People like to solo it and tell everybody to go back and waypoint back to the beginning. I personally don't like that because if you waypoint back to the beginning, sometimes the NPC will go with you. And if the NPC is with you at the beginning, at the waypoint, he's not with the person soloing, running across, and it will not activate the next part of the dungeon. So it's just much more simpler if everybody stays together and everybody SRs if you have a thief. If not, just stay together and all 5 of us run across and activate it all at once. This can be tricky. If somebody dies along the way, sometimes that can screw it up. If you don't have a thief with SR, the NPC has a gun that shoots like, I don't know, cold air or something that actually put out some of the fire so you don't get the burning damage. But those oozes that you see will actually pull you sometimes into the lava, so it can be a little tricky if you don't have SR. Thief with SR is obviously the best way to do that, but it is very doable without a thief. After that, you're going to waypoint back here. The waypoint will actually spawn up after that's completed, and you can waypoint to here. Run across this bridge and on to the next.
We're almost there. We need to get in. Let's persuade the guards to let us apply a bit of booming.
So after that run, stop here, stack here.
I don't know why I was running.
I don't know. Somehow this Drake found us, but so this is kind of out of the ordinary. Anyway, we're gonna stack in that spot there, and we're gonna pull these
Damn it.
shamans over, these flame shamans over, one at a time. And that's really the only point of it, is just to do one at a time. You don't necessarily have to do this. You can just run in and kill them, but it's a little bit easier if you just fight one at a time. So you pull the one, then you go kill the other one. Plus the guy I'm relieving today was was 45 minutes late for me on Friday, so
Play that card.
I might take your defense off.
I could outrun a centaur.
I don't do that. I gotta wait for this guy to show up.
Just talk to him.
They sealed the ritual room from the inside.
Okay, so talk to the NPC to start this next part here. And basically what's going to happen is a bunch of Flame Legion are going to start spawning up. They're very, very easy to kill, but there's going to be a whole lot of them. Within them, there will be assassins, and those are the ones you got to be most concerned about. The assassins will beeline right for the NPC and try to kill the NPC. So you want to make sure those assassins die. If you're not, if you see it and nobody's killing it, target it so people are aware of it. There is a pattern to it, so if you do this enough times, you will know where they're spawning and when they're spawning. So make sure you take out the assassins and just survive this part. There's no way to speed this up. It's going to last the same amount of time every time, unless of course you fail. And like I said, make sure the assassins die. Focus on the assassins.
Stop it! What the fuck? The guy had the slowest call out ever.
Replenishing. I could outrun a centaur.
Stop fucking knocking me down, you assholes.
I could outrun a centaur. Seal the
Fuck, why is that skill not working? Like the third time it's failed this dungeon. Oh, I can get them both. The other one.
Hey, so once that's over, make sure you grab your chest here, and in this next room here, there's this big fiery thing in the middle, and around the sides of the room, 4 acolytes will spawn. You want to kill all 4 of these acolytes at relatively the same amount of time. Once you do that, then you can damage the fiery thing in the middle, but only once those 4 acolytes are taken down. So coordinate with your team, make sure you try to take all 4 of them down relatively the same amount of time. Also in this room is the ghost of Gaharin Bellfire, and he will harass you. That is basically his job. You can't hurt him, and so he will just run around and fear you and attack you and hurt you, but you can't do anything back to him. So you basically kind of try to ignore him. Some parties will have the 5th person who's not killing an acolyte try to keep the aggro of Balefire and just kind of kite him around. That can work too. The perfect thing for this dungeon is an elementalist with ice bows. If you can ice bow this fiery thing in the middle after the acolytes go down, it makes this go a lot quicker. You can't crit it, and the only way to hit it is actually to hit the fire, which will also put burning damage on you at the same time. So this battle could be a little tricky, and then the acolytes will spawn back up, so you have to stop in the middle of what you're doing and then go back and kill the acolytes. The least amount of times you have to do that, the better, and that's why the ice bows are good, because the ice bows put a lot of damage on the thing at once. So that's basically how you do it, back and forth, back and forth. It's not overly difficult, but just be aware it can be a little bit of a headache.
Someone's gonna get the front one. Is someone AFK?
No, the Necro is just killing them as soon as he sees the thing.
No, the Mesmer is at the front, just doing nothing.
Oh no, he's keeping Gendar or whatever out
He
there.
teleports though, doesn't he?
No. He randomly picks somebody. That's actually what you're supposed to do. However, getting him to actually stay on you long enough to get out there can be a challenge.
Nice bow down.
One more time, just kill them as they spawn.
I could outrun a centaur, so vulnerable.
Oh shit, thought we had. Oh, can't see what I'm doing.
So guys, that's the end of Citadel of Flame Pit 2. This is a dungeon that at one point was in my regular rotation. It's not a really difficult dungeon. You just have to get used to certain parts of it. Once you get used to the trickier parts, like the bomb part and the this part here at the end, this dungeon can go relatively smoothly and relatively quickly. It was just a bad group, and it didn't go as smoothly as it could. You have a good group, it goes pretty quick. It is one you can do under level, but you're at the point where you can do this, you're pretty close to 80 anyway. So you're not going to be too far under leveled anyway. As you can see, I just hit level 77. So I do recommend this dungeon for, as you're leveling. Like I said, you're going to be 75, 76, 77 when you do this dungeon anyway. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you next time.